All right, guys. So I'm gonna try to do a decent job of documenting this one because all my other videos are kind of the same shit over and over again. This one would be different. So I think this is not gonna come out good unless I climbed up in that stand, top right of your screen there. But what I have here is I'm walking a really nice run. What's the date? What do we got for date? August 8th. So I know I already gotta make a run back and get my Thermacell because it just rained this morning, but you only get so many free weekends. And I wanna clear this out and spray. And I wanna show you kind of what I got going on here. And if I'm really ambitious, I'll put up a map to give you an idea, but then you can maybe figure out where I live. And yeah, so a couple weeks ago, I came out. You can see where I cleaned this up here, where I had a run that was blocked off. Don't forget to do that, boys and girls. North of here is some corn. And this stand that I just showed you, say cheese. This stand I just showed you, I've killed 3 out of my last 5 bucks at. All 8s and above, nice bucks. No wall mounters, but last year, it didn't produce. It didn't have the action that it normally does. And a couple times that I hunted it, I noticed them all kind of filtering north. And so right now, the way this screen is facing, this would be south to my back, is north. And I always come through here and I hack this out and make it nice and easy for them to want to walk this run. And you can see I got a vine right there. And this is where I shot one of the bucks. Look up there is a stand. It's about a 20-25 yard shot. And I thought, how am I going to get them in here better, right? How do I attract them? How do I make it worth their while? And so I thought this little spot in front of me, while it looks pretty dense, it's just a couple deadfalls. So a little bit of chainsaw work, trim some saplings, and I might have a tiny little 1/8 of an acre food plot that just might be enough to kind of push them in. Now, I have to see how ambitious I want to be. I could certainly clear this out over here more, make it bigger. The nice part about this, and why I'm even contemplating it, is because the canopy's pretty open. Normally when you do woods food plots, you're really at the misfortune of tall canopies not getting a lot of light through, but you can see how green this is. And yet at the same time, I might be able to get away without any tilling. Now, I purchased off of Facebook Marketplace a used tiller because I cannot get in here with my UTV, nor would I want to like just stick around with this tight quarter space anyhow. But I'm wondering, with some weed whacking and maybe some Roundup, maybe I can get away without doing that at all. It'll be a bear. The thing is heavy as shit to get up on the back of the UTV back here. Will it be more successful? Yes. Do I want to kind of take somewhat of a half-assed approach this year, already with a couple other more successful food plots in action? I think the answer to that is yes. So let's do a better job of this, Brandon, kind of filming here. I'll try to give you some progress pics, and of course along the way I'll be diarying what the hell I'm thinking I'm gonna do. So we got more rain coming around too. It's noon. I think 2 hours of hard work here. If I can survive the skeeters, we'll put a nice dent in this and give me an idea. My chainsaw chain is a little dull, so I gotta figure that shit out. Let's walk the rest of this run though. Got some blackberries. So I can already see, again, this is common, right? Don't neglect your stands. The deer have no problem walking through this, but why not make their job easy? You don't need a park trail. You don't necessarily have to clear all these briars out. Make it easy. This has come down since. You can see they're scooting under it, no problem, but 5 minutes, I can zip this out of the way. I can make this also more prominent, so you can see how this maybe intersects with a really nice run here, and then a run that comes down here. Now in the winter and early spring, what we're walking into here is just an absolute pond of a lake. And if I had $1 million and a lot of time, I'd like to dig this out, make it like a pond. Where's my stand? This time of year, August, is hard, right? Do your scouting right after the season. Kind of see the stand up there. So yeah, this gives a nice 20-30 yard poke to the right of the stand. I got runs going north-south to the left of the stand, and then I've got that parallel run in front of me. Nothing really behind. And I've actually arrowed 2 deer coming right down through the middle, almost spine type shots, down through the back and through lungs. One of them was deader than shit, but ran a long way, no exit wound. A lot of discussions about rages and single blades and bevels and high FOC on that one, but didn't come out the other side, so I lost a blood trail. Had he poked through the other side, it would have been an easy track. So, okay, enough rambling, let's go. So, I'm just walking along here, about a half hour in, went back to get my loppers. Now, been hunting here 5 or 6 years. Covered, not every square inch, but most of these 38 acres. Fucking mosquitoes, sorry. And I'm walking by. Now, you guys know I've been planting oaks. This is just a native oak chilling here. There's no oak trees around. And the oaks that I planted sure as shit haven't dropped acorns yet. Everything is either beech trees, maples, all the ash that are dying, junk trees, sumac. What is this an oak too? No, see, no, that's not an oak. What in the tarnations? I gotta cage that bitch up. Cool. I mean, I'll be an old man when it's dropping acorns, but any more acorns? Any more? No? All right, guys, so 1:15, about an hour's worth of work, which it wasn't easy, but people that bitch and be like, oh, you got food plots and da-da-da. Like, man, I'm at the point in my life where you get out of life what you put into it. And this is an hour on my Saturday. I got 3 kids. I got a lot of shit going on in my personal life. And if I want to talk about time, about packing up gear, unloading gear and everything, this is about 2 hours worth of work. Is this a food plot yet? No. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back with my weed whacker and my blade, because it's just easier. I'm gonna mow all this shit down. It's hard to tell probably in the video, but there's not a whole lot of dense grass or anything, and I don't know, I'm hemming and hawing about tilling it. I think the bag I got for bow sight is a no-till, but there's enough green here that probably at least warrants a backpack spray. So a bag of seed, $50 for a size of plot, and by the time I'm done, 3 hours worth of time, and I could have an absolute dynamite spot. So I want to show you a couple things. Thought about leaving a tree in the middle, because, you know, big bucks, they might not just come out of cover until it's dark. There is a run. I don't know if you can see it. Kind of comes down the edge here. Now I cleared out the edge. I tried to leave some trees for some cover. I want them to be able to kind of poke in here wherever their heart desires and feel like they're protected. Now I got some branches I got to trim there that'll F up my shooting lane, but and again, I got fucking briars, man. Come through here and still do some weed whacking. The other thing I did, as you can probably see, I've had deer, see that brown log sticking out there sort of, I've had deer angle right down here, and it gives you like this 7-yard not desirable shot, almost like they're going to go under that stand. So another tip here, take your cuttings and your stuff and block off where you don't want them to go. I opened up this, looks like they may have used it in the past. They definitely can start using it. And it gives me a much better angle. Still not ideal, but I like it a lot more. So it's getting dark. We're supposed to get some rain. I am going to, and my big saw ran out. I'm gonna prune those lanes with my pruners that we walked through at the beginning of this video. And then we'll stop by the site number 2, which that one should be a lot less work. I did a lot of work on that in the off season, but I don't know what kind of shape it's in right now. Does that need to be weed whacked and sprayed? I know I got a little bit of work to do on that with a chainsaw still, but anyhow, you know, not trying to be grumpy, not trying to put anybody down, but you know, you get out of deer hunting a lot what you put into it. Is it about the land that you own and where you hunt and what you're surrounded by, how your neighbors hunt? Of course, right? It all goes into it, but you know, you can do something like this. Little shit, 1/8 of an acre, if that, plot. The other little thing I forgot to mention, I didn't pile up anything to the west there, because if I love it, I can expand it, and then that's just more work in the future if I gotta move all the stuff that I already cut out of the way. So you can see there, it almost looks like a freaking teepee. Maybe my kids will come back here and make a fort. Peace. All right, guys, so the rain held off. I had some lunch, came back here with the Husqvarna 525. I don't know, half hour, 20 minutes worth of work here. Not perfect, but this is what we got. A lot of green, but a lot of it's dead green. I think I'll still come back with a little hand sprayer and cover it tomorrow. Got a little left gas in my, little gas left in my tank. There we go. And I'm gonna go work on another plot that I'll show you. But yeah, I mean, 3 hours worth of work, if that, including getting here, taking up, putting down. I'll say this too, because I think it's important. I do have a UTV. I do have some tools, equipment. If you had to do it by hand, yeah, it'd take a lot longer. So I'll throw that in there. If you got the gear, you got the equipment. Still am undecided if I'm gonna till it up. I'll see what it looks like in a week after I spray, and I'll make that call then. Cheers. All right, so here's spot number 2. You can already tell, much better shape. Just green on the ground here. Did a lot of work over the winter. I might even have a video. I'll have to dig that up, because that would make this look a lot better. But cut down a bunch of trees, and then over the winter when it's not hunting season and there's no bugs and you got nothing to do, I came in and I cleared out all those down trees. So I cleared out this whole spot here. So now I'm just gonna come through and weed whack it. It's gonna take longer. It's a much bigger area, but not nearly as much work. All right, so half hour or so weed whacking. Probably would be easy to do this with my pole behind, but I couldn't remember what was left over. There's some sticks that I wouldn't have problems with, but definitely some logs that I didn't haul out of here yet. And I got the sprayer in the back still here. Actually, I had about 5 gallons left over, so I think because I do have access to this, I'm just gonna put that boom out and spray this shit while I'm back here. All right, boys. It's been a couple weeks. Life has gotten in the way, and so I got 2 bags of bow stand back at these woods plots, and I've absolutely decided I am not going to mess around with tilling back here. Hurt my shoulder pretty bad, and I don't want to lug around anything at all. So this is as prepped, and I think it'll be actually a good little experiment to see how good do these little 1/4 acre plots look with just Roundup. So that's all I did. Weed whacked, Roundup. We got just this little section here, stand up there. Now I will come back later. It is not even September yet. What I'll do is I'll work on a few of these approach trail runs, just so I get them feeding in here nice, but want to get the food in the ground, so we'll do that. All right, spot number 2. We put a little more TLC into this one, day of. Still didn't do any raking or anything for the weeds, and it's a smaller spot, but really, really excited about this one. Similar concept here though. We're gonna need to come back and make sure our runs are cleared out, right, bub? Yes.